All right, we got the Minnesota Vikings at home against the Atlanta Falcons. It is Kirk Cousins coming home to play his old team, the Vikings. We got -6 spread currently at DraftKings. And then, as I said in my previous video, that we've updated our stuff here because I've added money line and totals from the sports book. So -245, which is way too high for me. And then +6 for the Falcons, +200 for the Falcons. Oh, for the to win, and then we got the total of 46 currently in the dome of Minnesota. The Falcons do have injuries currently on that defense, but they didn't look too bad against the Chargers. The Chargers definitely struggled, but they lost that game. Kirk Cousins is just getting demolished with that offensive line that is not protecting him. And he's not a quarterback that can move, as you all know if you watch enough football. But we're looking at points per game, 22 points per game the last four for the Vikings on offense, defense 7.3, then 15.8 on offense for the Falcons, which is horrible. They had a bad game against Chargers, bad game against who else did they play? They didn't play great against Saints, didn't play great against the Broncos. And they're on the road again, so not going great for them. We are giving up 24 points per game. And then these red tabs down here are adding offense points per game. If you want to do that route, 37.8. That would definitely be a bet for the under 41.3 on the defenses, and that would be an under 2. And when we get to the simulation over with the game cards, we'll compare that one to what we have here as a 46 current total. Passing yards per game, last four, 251 on offense for the Vikings, 230 on defense, 227 on offense for Falcons, 234. Both defenses giving up some yards, but Brian Flores on that Vikings defense coordinator is not scared to blitz you. Passing yards per attempt, pretty even, 7.9 for the Vikings offense, 7.5 on defense for the Falcons, but the Vikings are only giving up 6.9 per attempt, and the Falcons 7.9 on their defense side, and a lot of those are big plays. If you look at the last four games, rushing yards per attempt, Vikings have struggled here. I'm not sure if Aaron Jones will play this game, but without him, they really struggle. And they already are struggling here with 3.9 currently. Rushing yards per attempt on offense, Falcons are even worse, 3.6. But the Vikings are really good rushing defense, 3.3. Falcons are 4.4 points per play, is 2.2 on offense for the Vikings, and 2.3 on defense. 1.5 is all on offense. For the Falcons, as I talked about, that offense really struggling, and the defense 3.2, which that difference of 0.9 between the defenses is huge in points per play. Let's look at these expected points for just offense and defense. Vikings are 5.2. They're definitely above average, and the defense is 1.8 above average in the league. And 0.3 for all is for offense for the Falcons, and the defense really struggling with -3.7. But if we do total expected points altogether, offense, defense, special teams, you're looking at 5.5 for the Vikings and -6.2 for the Falcons. A lot of kicks are being missed there for the Falcons. That's why they are really struggling. They could really use their kicker to make more field goals right now. I would give you a -11.7 spread. So compare that to the Vikings -6. That would be a bet for the Vikings, and it's under that 7. So if you think they can win by more than a touchdown, it's right there in front of you. Um, Point differential, you want a negative higher, you want negative number, lower number, -6.5 for the Vikings, 2.8 for the Falcons. That would need -9.3, and that is barely at the cutoff for me for my margin. That would be a 3-point margin. So point differential there, that would also be a bet, but I don't know. It's getting close. We scroll over here to game cards, 79.1% chance of winning in our simulations of offense defense, and -8 spread for the Vikings. That would not be a bet. That's only 2-point margin compared to the current line. Then we have +8 for the Falcons, and our simulations show a 40-point game. And that would mean to take the under 2. So all our unders, points per game offense added, defense added, and then our simulations, they're all under. So we're looking for the Falcons to continue to struggle. And the Vikings too. They haven't been playing that great on offense either. So, but we have all green cards towards the Vikings. Not a lot to say here. The Falcons have been really bad the last 4 games. But since Kirk Cousins is back and really wants to show the Vikings they got it wrong, not paying him, this game will get wild, I'm sure. I will take the under, but you can choose whatever you want. It's the only bet I want to do for this game, staying out of it otherwise. If you are betting, good luck. My name is Jordy. I'm watching Betman Sports Betting, and I'll see you in the next video.